Good afternoon. So today I want to talk about something that I actually really enjoy talking about with my clients, which it's this difference between existing, surviving, and living. Right? So what do I mean by that? So I'm going to go ahead and break it down. I'm going to start with existing. So what existing looks like, you see this a lot with what's characteristic of chronic depression or major depressive disorder. So you'll often see someone that's just really going through the motions, driven by lack of motivation, just kind of like, just kind of blah. Right? They're just kind of there. Not really doing anything that interests them, not really doing anything to inspire them. They're just there. Then you have those that are surviving. So this looks a lot of different ways. Now, a lot of times, people who are in surviving mode, a lot of times they've experienced some type of trauma or traumatic event. So they are always in that, that physiological response to perceived harm because at that point, everything is harmful. Everyone is harmful, and every situation is harmful. What that looks like for some people is I'm now going to get angry and lash out because I don't want to give you the opportunity to lash out at me first. I'm going to get into relationships and I might allow them to know me a little bit, but then I'm going to break up with them and run away before they have the opportunity to really break up with me and hurt me. Fight or flight. Right? Surviving is a very interesting mode because, truth be told, there are a lot of skills that they acquire when they're in survival mode. So I'm going to look at my individuals that I've worked with that have been sex workers, right? Those individuals, they come and they're like, I have nothing to offer. But you ask that person, how do you perceive danger? They can tell you subtleties in body movement, excuse me. They can tell when someone's tone changes, right? They can tell when someone shifts in a way that maybe they need to be on guard. Also, if you're a sex worker, you have skills. Right? You know how to make it and how to survive using the skills that you have acquired in your circumstances. It's the same thing when I work with people who have done drugs in the past, right? But not only did they do drugs, but they sold drugs. Like, so you're often in this fight mode. Someone comes up to me, I have to be aggressive, right? I have to let them know who they're coming after because on the streets we can't have that. Well, this person knows how to, let's say, advocate for themselves, right? I think we can agree on that one. They know how to advocate for themselves. That is a skill that can be used. However, we don't want someone always in survival mode because it's exhausting. Have you just had a day when you've just been angry all day? And I mean angry, like you're just sitting here and your body is so tense and you can't think of anything. You might be like pacing backwards and forwards. Have you ever been in that state? Think about it. How did your body feel? It is exhausting staying in survival mode. You also see this in people that have struggled with abandonment. Sometimes they might, again, leave before someone leaves them, or they might find themselves holding on to situations that are unhealthy but I have you here. I know you're here right now, and if I let you go, who knows if I'm going to find somebody else again. So let me hold on to you. Let me freeze right here. Okay? That's how this can play out. And again, there's a plethora of other ways that surviving comes out. So let me say one more time with surviving that we don't want you in survival mode all the time. Now, there might be instances where you have to slip into survival mode because there might be danger. There might be true danger. But there's a time and a place for the survivor mode, but not all the time. So we want to help you take the skills that are useful, however, be able to put that mode down and perhaps move to our last one, which is living. So individuals that are living, that's not to say that they don't struggle. If you're living and you're watching this video and you're comprehending what I'm saying, you're likely human. And to be human is to go through some stuff. So when you are able to live, that means that you encounter stress and you use the tools that you have to manage it, right? To distract yourself if you need to for a little bit until you're able to come back and really manage those emotions and cope with those emotions that come up. Even if it's by problem solving and making really overwhelming things seem less daunting by breaking them down into more manageable and reasonable steps. Okay, that is what surviving looks like, because in surviving mode, you also can experience joy. Right? As much as you will feel pain and sadness and sorrow, you will feel joy and excitement and inspiration. You can't really take one without the other. And that is that living mode. So I hope that made sense to you. If not, go ahead and drop me a comment. I would love to clear that up in upcoming videos. I hope that you found this to be helpful today. If so, please subscribe. Let me know if there are other content that you might be interested in learning about. If not, have a great day. Please take care of yourself. Peace and love.